This Tuit skill is in Notebook and focuses on the Attachment tab. The Attachment tab allows you to access any files or websites directly from Notebook. So let's see how this works. I already have Notebook open, and I'm going to choose the Attachment tab on the side here. There are two buttons down on the bottom, and the first one is a hyperlink button, which I'll press. That'll bring up a display box. There is a hyperlink and a display name. Rather than typing in the hyperlink, I'm going to go directly to a web page and copy that address. So I'm going to open up Safari, and I already have here a website that I want to get the web address from. So I'm going to highlight the web address. I'm going to go to my pen tray and right mouse click, and then right mouse click and copy. Then I'm going to go back down on my dock to Notebook. In my hyperlink, I'm going to make sure that I've selected into that box. I will right mouse click on the pen tray and then click into the box again, and then I will paste. And it puts in the web address. Next, I'm going to go into the display name, and I'll need to bring up my on-screen keyboard, so I'll press the on-screen keyboard button on my pen tray, and I'm just going to type in SMART. When I'm done, I will click on Insert Link, and I'm going to close my keyboard. And you'll notice that up here it says the file name is SMART, and the size is URL, which stands for Universal Resource Locator, or a web address. So that's how you can put in websites directly in. The next one is an attachment. I can put in any document or picture or any other files as an attachment. Here I already have a folder called Pictures, and it has a Word document and 2 image files. I can always attach a file either as a copy of a file or as an alias. Now the difference between the two is if I put in a copy of the file, there will be an additional copy of the file embedded within the Notebook file itself. When I make changes to that file and I open up the attached document, then that will be separate from the original document that I made, because the original one stays intact. I'm just opening up a copy of it because that copy has been attached into Notebook. It also makes the Notebook file larger. Another option is using an alias, which provides a direct link to the original document. This does not make the original Notebook file any larger because it just has a link to that document. If you make any changes to it, then you're making changes to the original file that you are now changing. Also, if you ever move that file into another spot, the link or the alias will not work because it's looking for a specific file in a specific location. So those are just some considerations in terms of which one you want to use. But let me show you how these work. So I'm going to choose the Word document called Tuit Education Solutions, and I want to have it as a copy of a file. And I'm going to click on it and click Open. So now it is listed in here. Because it's a copy of a file, it also states the size, that it's a 20K file. Next, I'm going to click on this again to attach another file. And this time I'm just going to choose an alias. And I'm going to choose my logo of Tuit Education Solutions, and I will open that up. So I have 3 different kinds here. I have the size, which is a URL, a link. I have an attached file, and I also have a link to a file. So I'll show you how these work also. If I were to go into SMART and I double click it, it brings me to that website. It'll load up that page, and I'll be directly in there. So it'll load that program. I'll go back into Notebook, and I'm going to double click the Word document of Tuit Education Solutions. And when I do that, it will bring up Word document. And as you can see, I have the Word document and I'm in Word. I'm going to go down to my dock one more time and go into Notebook, and I'm going to choose the alias of the Tuit logo, and again just double click it and it will launch that associated program with it. And as you can see, here's image viewer, and that is my logo. So I will close that program. So that's how you can use the Attachment tab to attach any files or links very easily. Now it's time for you to get to it.